Hey y'all, welcome to our fourth episode of Unlocking Saints, where we talk about one saint each week and unlock the message they've got for us. Our saint for today is Saint Cecilia. Cecilia lived in Rome in the 3rd century. Though her father and mother were pagans, they allowed her to be Catholic. She never missed a mass and had a close relationship with God. When she was a young girl, she vowed to virginity. She wanted to belong completely to Jesus. But when she was 18, her parents wanted her to marry a pagan named Valerian. He was a good person, and from the very first time he saw Cecilia, he fell in love with her. But Cecilia was afraid. She knew she made a vow of virginity, yet she did not want to upset her parents, so she decided to fervently fast and pray about it. One night, Jesus appeared to her in a vision, accepted her vow, and also told her that he'd send an angel to help her keep it. Now the wedding day had arrived, and she was married to Valerian despite her heart's desires. As the party was over, she was now alone with her husband. She took this opportunity to tell him about her vow. She also told him she has an angel of God who watches over her, and that if he would allow her to keep her vow, this angel would love and watch over him as well. He was shocked and asked if he could see this angel. She told him that this is only possible if he believed in the one true God and was baptized. He willingly accepted and was baptized by the Pope. When he returned to Cecilia, he couldn't believe his eyes. He saw her praying and an angel by her side. The angel had flaming wings. There were also 2 crowns of roses and lilies in his hands. The angel took the first crown and placed it on Cecilia's head, then took the second crown and placed it on Valerian's head. This miracle touched Valerian's heart so deeply that he thanked Cecilia from the bottom of his heart for bringing him to the one true God, and they lived happily together as faithful Christians. To add to that, when Valerian's brother came by, he too chose to be Christian when he heard of their miracle, and after he was baptized, he too was able to see her angel. The 3 of them got together and preached to people about Christianity. Even though it was difficult at that time, Cecilia did not stop. She had brought 400 people to be baptized by the Pope. Eventually, Valerian and his brother were killed for being Christian. Cecilia burned their bodies by herself. She was completely heartbroken. As she realized her days on this earth were coming to an end, she gave all her possessions to the poor. And as expected, she was sentenced to death, but she was fearless. She was sent to be steamed to death. She was put in a confined space and was set to be burnt by the intense heat from the stoves below. But instead of hearing screams of pain, Cecilia sang hymns of praise to God, completely unaffected by the heat. As hour by hour passed, more fuel was added to increase the heat, but all that was heard from inside was Cecilia's songs of praise. After a whole day had passed, everyone was shocked that she did not die. An executioner was then sent to cut off her head. He was shocked to see her completely unharmed. But following orders, he struck her twice with his sword. But as the miracle continued, she still did not die. The executioner, scared out of his mind, ran away. Cecilia lived for 3 more days, in which she prayed and said goodbye to all who came. The Pope gave her the final blessing on the 3rd day on which she died, November 22nd, the feast of Saint Cecilia. We now know why she is called the patron saint of music and musicians. So, our unlock for today's saint is, there are many things that will try to take priority in our lives, but we need to constantly remind ourselves that the most important should always be Jesus. Our love for him should supersede everything else like it did for Cecilia. Let her example inspire us to the true goal in life. And when we put him first, we see he helps us keep our vows to him. He sends angels to help us stay faithful to our promises. We also see that if we stay faithful to Jesus, no matter what, even if it means that we have to die for him, he will work a miracle that will shock the world and save so many more lives by what he did in ours. Let us be faithful, let us spread the message of Christ, and even if it means we have to die for him, let us not be afraid, and let him unlock the saint in you.